guys, it's Sharleen. I'm back for another video. Today's video is going to be a swatch and review of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And I talked a lot about this in my August favorites, but I didn't really go as in-depth as I could. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be doing swatches and I'll review the eyeshadows as a whole, just so you know in case you're interested in purchasing some from the Makeup Geek store. And this video is actually a collab with Catherine from PASSION8LOVE, so I'll link her down below. She's going to be doing a swatch and review of her Moda's eyeshadows, so you should definitely check it out. And you should also subscribe to her because she's awesome. And we hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 10 Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And a lot of people on YouTube or even Instagram really say that these eyeshadows are comparable to MAC, but since I don't own any MAC eyeshadows, I can't really compare. But what I can compare it to is Urban Decay eyeshadows, such as from the Naked palette. And I couldn't really say that these are comparable to them because they are buttery, they are so pigmented, and they're just really great quality. You could tell that they're really well made and have been thought out a lot with the different shades that they have. According to the Makeup Geek site, I believe Marlena has over 60 eyeshadow colors, even more than that maybe. I know they came out with a palette called the Vegas Lights palette, and I don't own that, but they really do have a wide selection of colors that you can choose from. But here, as you can see, I only have 10. Because, you know, a girl's gotta make her money to buy her eyeshadows. Another great thing about them is that they are cruelty free, so they're not tested on animals. They're also paraben and talc free, so it's really great for sensitive skin. And I would really say that if you don't have the money for Urban Decay Naked palettes, you could just really get these eyeshadows. Like, pick out the colors. You can pick out the colors you want and even purchase a C palette, which I did, and that's your palette. Okay, so let's start with the swatches. So here I'm gonna start off with Peach Smoothie, and Peach Smoothie has been a color that a lot of makeup artists on Instagram and YouTube have raved about. And it's not for nothing. It's just such a great color. It's this peachy but neutral shade. It's not super pigmented that it's gonna show up as like a really orange eyeshadow, but it's just enough that it'll be perfect as your transitional shade. So whenever you're starting off with eyeshadows, you'd want a transitional shade to make blending and just your eyeshadow application easier. So this is a great shade for medium to fair skin tones. I'll show you a great alternative for darker skin tones. Next, let's go in with Creme Brulee. This is also a great transitional shade. It kind of reminds me of Buck from the Naked One palette because it's just that brown but neutral shade that you would most likely use as a transitional shade. So that's another great one if you have a darker skin tone. Another transitional shade for darker skin tones would be Frappe, which is right over here. And as you can tell, these are all matte eyeshadows, so that's why they are great for transition. So these are 3 great transitional shades for all skin tones. So this is again Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, and Frappe. So I think they're all really great. The texture when swatching it was a little different, but nonetheless it's still a great shade for your outer V or underneath your lash line. So that's a great one too. And next I have is Country Girl. And Country Girl isn't a matte like the others. I could tell that it has a little bit of specks of glitter, but I can't really tell what color. It's kind of like a silvery glittery color. It's a very unique color because it is a neutral brown, but as you can see, it has a pink undertone. So it's different from Cocoa Bear or even Frappe, because you could tell that there's that pink undertone to it. So it's a really unique color. It's very pretty. Even all over the lid, it'll give you a very pretty look for the fall weather. So I really love that color too. So let's do the bottom row. The first one we have here is Cupcake. And Cupcake is a matte pinky shade. And it's just a pretty color for the summer or even the springtime or even fall. It's perfect for fall because it's not super bright pink. It's a muted kind of mauve-y pinky shade. So that's what I like about Cupcake, and it's really good for on the lid or underneath your lash line or anything like that. The next color here we have is called Mango Tango. And this one's a really fun color. I really like using this in the summertime. It's even the springtime color, but Mango Tango is this flamenco-y, flamenco pinky, how would I describe this? It's not really pink, it's more like, it's more like a pink with an orange undertone. And it's just really pretty too. So that's Mango Tango. It's a nice pop of color, especially if you're not used to wearing color. You can always just get this as a pop of color. The next one is going to be my favorite highlight shade. Look at that pigment. This one is called Shimma Shimma, and it's so pigmented. Like, it kind of reminds me of Urban Decay's Sin, except it doesn't really have that pink undertone in it. It's just mainly a cream white type of color with a lot of shimmer, and it's just so pretty, especially in the center of your lids. The next color is called I believe, yeah, it's called Prom Night. And this is actually what I'm wearing on the center of my lids, but here is the true color. It's more of a grayish purpley taupey color, but kind of taupe but more on the purple side, and that's what I really like about it. It's also a shimmer, so that's what I love, and it's just so pretty. And our last color has to be my all-time favorite color. It's so pigmented and just so beautiful. This is one swatch, and this one is called Burlesque, and I've used it a lot in my tutorials. It's mainly a cranberry, burgundy, plummy color. It's just so pretty. A lot of people say it's similar to one of MAC's eyeshadows. I forget what it's called. Maybe cranberry or something along the lines of that, but it's pretty much a dupe, they say. Again, I'm not an expert with MAC eyeshadows because I don't own any. So that's my swatch and review. Here you can tell that they're such great quality, and for the most part they're really great. I only noticed that Cocoa Bear was harder to swatch on my hand, but on the eyes it's beautiful if you're using a brush. Again, these are the eyeshadows. This one's Cupcake, Mango Tango, Shimma Shimma, Prom Night, and Burlesque. So this is Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, Frappe, Cocoa Bear, and Country Girl. So I hope that swatch and review was helpful for you. If you have any other questions about these Makeup Geek eyeshadows, then feel free to comment down below. If you just go on her site, you'll see all her products. She has brushes, eyeshadows, pigments, even eyeliners, and even different brands on her site. So feel free to check it out. I'll link her down below, and if you have any other questions, leave in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to check out PASSION8LOVE's swatch and review video, which I'll link down below. And if that's everything, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys. So I hope that swatch and review was helpful.